What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Doing daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy. So if you want to stay up to date every single day with the latest Manchester City transfer news, then do subscribe. Also aiming for 20k subscribers. We're now less than 20 subscribers away at the time of me filming this video. So I'm hoping today will be the day that I hit 20k subscribers. That would be fantastic. Also, don't forget, social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Twitch link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. Partner channel links also in the description if you want to go and follow me on my partner channels. That would be fantastic. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Once more, aiming for 400 likes. And lastly, most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Without further ado though, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off first with the outs, and we've got an update on Aymeric Laporte. Now, Jack Gaughan, he has said that Manchester City's value for Aymeric Laporte is at £60 million, and any bid of that price Man City have promised Laporte would be accepted. This has apparently been in place all summer, so there isn't any concern there for anyone that is concerned. Real Madrid, Juventus, they're thought to be the most keen, though there is doubts over both their clubs' finances and being able to afford that money to be able to pay for Laporte. Also, I've heard that Tottenham Hotspur were interested in Aymeric Laporte. To me, though, I used a swap deal for Harry Kane, with that. But personally, Laporte showed his class on Saturday against Norwich, shown he's a fantastic football player, and to me, for another season, well worth keeping, just to see if we can get back into the squad, get back into the starting 11, and see if we can get a settled Aymeric Laporte there. I also think £60 million is slightly low, in my opinion, for a player of the quality of Aymeric Laporte. To be fair, I'd probably add an additional £5 or £10 million on top of that price, and I'd be looking to, even with the COVID market, be looking to try and get close to what Southampton got for Virgil van Dijk, because I think Laporte is of a fantastic quality, and as Pep Guardiola said, Aymeric Laporte, in terms of a left-footed based passing centre-back, is the best in the world that is able to offer that, and so to me, if he is to be sold, the price needs to reflect that, and I'm hoping that he'll still be a Manchester City player come the 1st of September. Now, moving on to the next story, Couto, all done and dusted. He signed for SC Braga on a season-long loan over in Portugal. He was previously linked with Celtic, rejected them. He had been linked with a move to Girona for the 2nd division of Spanish football, which I thought Couto was probably too good for, looking for something for a bit more quality, so he does head to the top division in Portugal instead. So wishing Couto the very best of luck on his loan move there. I do hope he goes and smashes it, and I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on his progress, because he could be one player that could either be sold for a lot of money in the future, and with a buyback clause and things like that included, or he could well be a player that comes back to Manchester City and is able to break into the first team, but we'd have to wait and see. Very promising young player though. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on his development. Now, also got an update on Philippe Sandler. Alan Nixon on Twitter says that Blackburn, they're the team that are most keen on signing him on loan, as we already know. Manchester City apparently will only loan Philippe Sandler though once he signs a new contract, with him having less than 12 months left on his contract. Manchester City showing some concern that if they decide to loan him and he doesn't sign a new deal, then he'll just leave for free next summer, and therefore kind of wasting our time. So City want him to sign a new deal before sanctioning a loan. If he doesn't sign a new deal, City won't sanction a loan, and I imagine Philippe Sandler might be training in around the first team squad, may go into the EDS team. It remains to be seen. To be fair, if he's got less than 12 months on his contract, and I'd give him an ultimatum. If I was Manchester City, I'd say, here's your contract, do you want to sign it? If he doesn't want to sign that contract, I'd be saying to him, that's fine, but you will be sold, so we can get a little bit of money there for Philippe Sandler. With 12 months left on his contract, we're now in a little bit of a position. I do hope he signs a new contract though, because I do think he's a good quality player. A new contract and him heading out on loan to Blackburn, I think, would be a really good move, but Philippe Sandler may see his future away from Manchester City. He might think that he can't break into the first team squad and he wants to leave on a permanent basis. And if that is the case, rather than waiting 12 months, I'd rather sanction a move now and also get a little bit of money whilst we're at it as well. So that might be something to keep an eye on heading into the remaining few days of the transfer market. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Bernardo Silva. Pretty funny story, this one. The Daily Star, they're saying AC Milan, they want to sign Bernardo Silva and they're willing to pay £45 million, which is very, very low. And then the deal is included, it's not even just £45 million up front. It's a 2-year loan worth £15 million in fees over 2 seasons. So they want to pay £7.5 million per season for the 2-year loan. Then after that 2-year loan, want to pay the additional £30 million to Manchester City to make the move permanent. It's laughable, isn't it? He's a first team player at Manchester City. Why would we be sanctioning the sale of a high quality player like Bernardo Silva, who's still relatively young, heading into his prime? Why would we think, well, yeah, let's loan him out for 2 years for £15 million and pick up an additional £30 million after 2 years? When quite frankly, to me, Bernardo Silva, he's a £60+ million player. And if I was sitting, I was negotiating his transfer, I'd probably set his fee a little bit higher, so there's just a little bit of room for negotiations there. But yeah, certainly Bernardo Silva and Aymeric Laporte, 2 names to keep an eye on going into the remaining days of the transfer market to see if they remain Manchester City players or not. And I'm not sure if either of them players' futures rely on Manchester City signing Harry Kane or not. If we sign Harry Kane, whether we might need to sanction more sales and make more money, that remains to be seen. I'm not sure on that one, so that's definitely a watch this space. Now, moving on to the ins, got a little bit of a Cristiano Ronaldo update. Now, yesterday for his match with Juventus, he's asked Juventus not to be selected for the team, and that's, yeah, is what happens. Now, Juventus have confirmed that they plan to keep Ronaldo and they don't want to sell him. Fabrizio Romano has said that PSG are still keen on signing Ronaldo. However, no bid is going to come in from them until a player is sold. I presume that means Mbappe, and I don't think Mbappe is going to leave PSG this summer. But it is believed that Ronaldo is weighing up his options at Juventus. It saves a lot of wage for Juventus, and also they're able to pick up a fee as well. It's believed that Juventus want around €30 million for Cristiano Ronaldo. Manchester City have previously been linked. Manchester United are also being linked as well. But what Fabrizio Romano is saying is that Manchester City not currently having a look at Cristiano Ronaldo. They have been offered him from his agent, who's also Bernardo Silva's agent. Manchester City, though, have said no. They only want to focus and they only want to sign Harry Kane. That is the player that Manchester City want. Now, moving on to the next transfer story, takes us on to Dusan Vlahovic. We've got an update on him. And Fiorentina's president has said he's really determined now to keep him at Fiorentina this summer. They want to keep him out of the clutches of Atletico Madrid. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. There is interest being shown from Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to presume Spurs don't make a move unless Harry Kane is sold. Atletico Madrid, that's the team to be looking at, but Atletico Madrid are believed to have moved on to other alternatives after the deals become too expensive for them, and Fiorentina are saying, quite frankly, they aren't selling. Manchester City, of course, have been linked with Dusan Vlahovic as well, but our name's just been chucked out that might just be a case of trying to boost up the numbers to ask for more money from other clubs. That remains to be seen. But like I said, all focus is on Harry Kane from now up until transfer deadline day. And speaking of Harry Kane, takes us on to our final story. We've got an update on him. We are expecting a big week now for Harry Kane. Last week was meant to be Harry Kane week. There was no developments. There was no progress being made between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. Talks will resume again this week to try and get that transfer sorted. He was on the bench, Harry Kane was, for Tottenham Hotspur this weekend in their away match against Wolves. He came off the bench and played 20 minutes, showing that Spurs do still value Harry Kane as a Tottenham Hotspur player. They were willing to risk him for injury, that if he picks up a serious injury that he may have not passed a medical at Manchester City if a sale was to be sanctioned, and Spurs would be missing out on 125 or 130 million pounds if that is the bid that they're willing to accept or not. But very interesting, Dele Alli's Instagram story just after it showed the team bus, and Harry Kane was sat towards the back, loads of empty seats around him, sat on his own looking like a very isolated, very lonely figure on that Tottenham Hotspur coach, and it was quite upsetting to see, to be fair. It's obviously not unknown to everybody that Harry Kane, he is unhappy at Tottenham Hotspur. He wants to leave, yet Tottenham Hotspur right now aren't accepting the bid. They're wanting more money. Will Manchester City pay more money? will Spurs and Daniel Levy, will they say, actually, we'll accept Manchester City's offer? We're getting towards the crucial point where a decision needs to be made, and I would expect a decision to be made before transfer deadline day, because it's going to be too late then for Tottenham to sort out any other transfers. You would think that if they're wanting things to progress, they would want things progressing this week, so everything can be put in place for that transfer to be completed and Tottenham can find a suitable alternative to bring in as well, and that takes a little bit of time. So certainly this transfer I'm expecting to go on for a good few days yet. That is, unless Man City decide to just cut it there and say, no, we aren't interested. If that does happen, and it is a reality that that could happen, then it remains to be seen as to whether City will go on to have a look at other players that may be available, like Vlahovic, like Ronaldo, like Lewandowski, that we have been linked with. But I would say that it's also a possibility. Kane doesn't come, nobody comes. So there we go. That's the situation that we're in. It's going to be another big week. You want to stay up to date every single step of the way with the remaining days of the transfer window. So I will be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates to keep everyone up to date. So do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload, so you can stay up to date first and fast with the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer, including all the latest developments on Harry Kane. Also just happen to be aiming for 20k subscribers, less than 20 subs away. So any help towards that will be fantastic. I'm hoping that today is 20k day. That would be fantastic. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description below. If you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 400 likes once more is the like goal. Also, don't forget, you can leave your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. Also, in the description, you can find my partner channel links. If you want to go and follow me on my partner channels, that would be fantastic. And also, Twitch link is in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update, where hopefully we'll be making progress on that Harry Kane transfer. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend as well. Peace. Ciao for now.